Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today we're reacting to another Would I Lie to You mystery guest. We have Amy, who is either David Mitchell's cowboy boot seller, Joe Lycett's model, or Nish Kumar's sleepy mate. But before we get into that, I need to well, you guys are probably wondering where have I been for these past 5-6 months. I've had a new job, and it's just been difficult sort of getting into that and finding the time to do this. It's been countless times that I've sat down and think I want to record something. It's just the longer you don't do it, the harder it is to get back into it, and I'm really sorry for how long it's been. And for all of you guys who are leaving comments saying I hope you're okay, I hope you come back, it means the world to me, and I'm very sorry that I didn't answer any of them. It's just like I found it so hard to sort of go back into this after I've been out of it for so long. But thank you guys very much, and today we've got a new thing to react to, which I can't wait to react to with you guys, and it feels good to be recording this. It really does. I'm going to try and do as much as I can this week, and it won't be month-long breaks like there were last time. It's going to be consistent every day, every couple of days like before. And thank you guys so much for still being here with me, and without further ado, let's get into the reaction.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Amy.
Amy. Right. Hello.
So, Joe, what is Amy to you?
This is my friend Amy, and I grossly offended her when I made a less than perfect sculpture of her head.
Nish, how do you know Amy?
This is my friend Amy. We became friends after I found her asleep in a box of volleyballs.
Finally, David,
Interesting
what is
place
your
to fall asleep.
relationship with Amy?
This is Amy. She is the charity shop worker who sold my shoes whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Sure.
Where do you want to start?
Nish, remind us again, Nish?
I found her in a box of volleyballs.
First of all, where were you where there was a box of volleyballs?
I was working at a leisure centre just after I left school, and Amy was also working there over the summer between school and uni, and they sent me to check on the volleyballs.
Well, just check on the volleyball. That's a good job. Make sure the volleyballs aren't messing around.
They're planning an escape.
I've recently been watching Toy Story.
I believe the technical term was conduct inventory. So
Okay.
You're supposed to count them.
Yeah, you're supposed to count them. And it turned out that what she was doing was, because no one really wanted to play volleyball, she'd found the perfect spot to have a mid-work sleep in.
How big was this box?
It was like woman size.
Could she stretch woman size?
Yeah.
You've heard of a volleyball coffin?
Oh.
They transport volleyballs. Yeah.
So you opened it up and you saw...
A sleeping woman.
Amongst all these volleyballs? How many were there?
I think probably like 35.
You see,
Yeah,
you
that's a
just
good
said to
view.
me that this box was woman-sized. Now, the largest woman I've ever seen is still smaller than 35 volleyballs. I've used this as a chat-up line. If a woman says, oh, I feel a bit fat in this, I'll always go, don't be silly, you're less than 35 volleyballs.
It's a good comparison to make.
So did you wake her up?
Yes. And so we became friends because then I would also often have a nap
In the volleyballs?
You found a new
What
location.
was her job what was she supposed to be doing at the time?
Perhaps she was sent to count the volleyballs earlier. Become bored by the monotony of the process. The boss I keep sending people to count the volleyballs, they never...
Working at the leisure centre, Nish, what else did your job demand of you?
Basically, all-round dog's body, so I would work on the front desk sometimes.
I thought you said all-round ball games.
So everything except rugby.
Bowls, David.
What?
They're not totally spherical in bowls, that's
Are
why.
they not? I would say, colloquially, they're still round, though.
Oh, hello. It's all kicking off at Bridge Club.
I was gonna say.
All right, who else would you like to
Right.
praise?
So, what do we think of this one? I don't know. I'm not thinking it off the bat. I'm not thinking that it is this one because, is there a box which would hold 35 volleyballs? It would have to be a pretty big box. Most of the things I've seen when you only have lots of balls, like footballs, you just put them in a bag. I don't know whether you'd have like a wooden chamber for them. It's interesting though. I'm a bit like on the fence with this one because if you are bored at work and you've got free time, would a bed of volleyballs be comfort? A bed of volleyballs, bed of volleyballs. Would that be comfortable? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence with this one. Let's see who's next.
OK, Joe, what situation were you in where you were sculpting her head?
I have an office in Birmingham where I live.
That'll do. So, yeah, I totally believe it.
Wow.
You can answer any question you like, I don't mind. You have an office in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Right.
Why? Why?
Just to write jokes and be creative in.
So, you went to this office to write jokes
Yeah.
and said to your friend, would you like to come along, sit in the corner and I'll sculpt your head?
I've been looking for a use for all that clay I keep in my office.
Had you just been watching a Lionel Richie video? Hello? So, did you know how to do this?
No. But yeah, I thought practice makes perfect, so I called Amy and...
How long did you spend doing it?
Maybe an hour or so.
Weren't you tempted to just
That's
make it
quite
really
impressive,
soft,
I'd say.
get her face, push it into it, then do the back of her head, and then go, well, at least I've got a mould.
You said she was offended by this sculpture.
Yes, she
so
was offended.
what did you end up with?
It didn't look like her.
What did it look like?
It looked more like Ainsley Harriott.
OK. Now, what about David? I'm looking forward to this.
All right, OK. This one's more believable than the volleyballs one. Because he said an hour and a half, and initially I was going to say that is a very short amount of time to be sculpting someone's head. But considering how bad it would make sense that it was only an hour and a half. Which one's more believable? Him getting this woman, Amy, to come and get her head sculpted, or someone falling asleep on the bed of volleyballs? I'd probably say this one. I'd probably say Joe's one right now. But anyway, David, I want you to blow me away with your cowboy boot seller. Here we go.
What was it you claimed, David?
That Amy is the charity shop worker.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Who sold my shoes
Yes.
whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Can you talk us through the incident, please?
Well, I was in the charity shop.
Which charity shop?
It was a Marie Curie charity shop near where I live.
OK. So I'm setting the scene before this. You're at home. You're thinking, it's about time I got myself some cowboy boots. I'm not willing to commit to a new pair in case I go off the idea.
Just on the very slightest off chance
Yeah.
it don't turn out to suit me and my personality.
Slightest off chance.
Cowboy boots, I'll be honest with you, don't particularly appeal to me aesthetically.
Wow. That
I
surprises
don't think
me.
they go with what I like to call my style.
I would agree with that.
That style, David.
I think my style is indescribable.
Oh, no, I could describe it.
I think it's best left undescribed.
OK.
I wasn't sitting at home plotting the purchase of some cowboy boots.
No.
I was pottering
It
around
was an impulse buy.
near my house. And I saw the Marie Curie shop, and I saw in the window what looked like a nice selection of second-hand novels.
Right.
And I went in, and it wasn't a nice selection of second-hand novels. It was all Ken Follett crap.
Okay.
But I did notice the array of shoes, and I tend to take my shoes off at home and maybe wear slippers or socks. I don't want this to get too sexy. And so
I need my inhaler.
So what I vaguely was on the lookout for was a pair of everyday, easy-to-put-on, non-lacing shoes that I could keep by the back door in case I needed to pop into the garden for some gardening.
Okay, all right.
Taken some of your shoes to the charity shop.
I was wearing shoes.
Take them off in the shop and hand them to her.
When you go shoe shopping, do you go barefoot? Take you seriously?
No. When I take
Don't
shoes,
keep me waiting. When
I take shoes to the shoe rider shop,
Yeah.
I choose shoes that I no longer want. I don't wander around and then go, well, do you know what? You can have these if you want. Why would you
I
do
get
that?
what he
Take
means.
them ready to give.
I wasn't It was not my plan.
Can I just say, Rob, you're the only person in the whole of the United Kingdom watching this that isn't following this story.
I get what he means. It was an impulse buy.
Try the cowboy shoes on.
Oh.
I should tell what it was.
Well, David, I owe you an apology. There you are in the shop.
Yeah.
Minding
in
your
the
own
shop,
business.
and I spot these cowboy boots, and to me, they look sort of quite loose and easy to slip on.
What length?
Right.
Not width, length.
I'd say that long.
About that, so they're coming up to just below the knee.
They're not, you know...
How
these
tall
aren't-
are you,
Just
Rob?
below the knee. Just below the
Thigh
knee.
length.
Can't see underneath.
I would say they're, for a cowboy, they're shortish. But
Leather
they're not,
or suede?
But they're not ankle boots.
Leather or suede?
Leather. And with a sort of bit of, I don't know the technical shoe terms, but sort of
Metal?
like a bit of crenellation sort of flapping on them.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to use the terminology of the medieval castle. It's the only way I know of describing it. Anyway, they look
So
like...
you saw them? You saw
Yeah,
them?
I saw them.
OK.
So I thought, I'll try them on.
Yeah.
But they were slightly harder to get on than I imagined.
People in the shop, I imagine, were going, why is David Mitchell trying on cowboy boots?
The shop wasn't as packed as you're imagining. I thought myself to be the only customer there.
Right.
I was soon disabused of that notion.
Oh boy.
Did you notice that your own shoes had been sold?
I think, well, I remember I walked to the back of the shop in the cowboy boots, restraining an urge to walk like John Wayne. And when I came back towards the shoe area, I noticed that my shoes weren't there.
And did you see who'd bought them?
I didn't, no.
I'm picturing a scene where you walk out the shop and you walk home, and then a few minutes later, a cowboy goes up to the counter and says, "Excuse me, I was just trying on a pair, and then behind him a clown, and then a sailor. This just goes on all day, round and round."
David, I don't know you. I've just got to know you today, and I admire you very much. But what I know of you from watching you on TV, the cowboy boots, it's just, I can't buy it. I can't imagine you'd even try them on.
Well, in which case, then you should say that I'm lying.
He's got her there.
So, we need an answer. Lee's team.
We do. Right, this is where we got to deduce this. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, bed of volleyballs. I think it's a bit too uncomfortable. I don't think they would build a box this size. So it is between the model and it is between the cowboy boot story. I'm trying to think of how a charity shop would work. You've put some stuff out on the side. I feel like whenever something has to come into a charity shop, it's got to be labelled. I like going to the charity shop. I often go with my lovely mother, and yeah, I feel like whenever you put something in, it's got to be labelled. There's not just going to be a pair of shoes on the floor which are going to get sold. Would David wear cowboy boots to go out in the garden? I don't know. I really don't know. I think he probably would have done. There is quite a lot left on this episode. There's still 2 minutes left, which makes me think there's going to be some sort of demonstration. It's either going to be someone laying in a bed of volleyballs, the reveal of this sculpture, or the cowboy boots. I'm going to go for Joe Lycett's model. I think it's been a sculpture of the head and they're going to bring it out. Let's see what it is.
Is Amy Joe's miffed model, Nish's sleepy sidekick, or David's sneaky shoe seller?
I'm more inclined to believe Nish myself.
You believe Nish?
Yeah.
Because?
Because, I don't know, I just think Amy and Nish look like they could be really good mates.
Miles, you think?
Well, I was looking at her very closely. While Joe was talking about sculpting her, she looked quite icy about the whole thing.
Wow.
And, of course, she was very offended in the story. But during David's story, she looked, understandably baffled.
As we all were.
I think it might be Joe, actually. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm beginning to think. It doesn't even matter what I think. My job really is to agree with you, Lee. You are a man...
Are we trying to reenact Dad's army here?
I think that's wiser. I think...
This guy is the biggest waffler I've met in my life.
I think Nish is telling the truth.
You think Nish is telling the truth? You think Nish is telling the truth?
Yeah.
Right, in that case, I'll go with what my team say.
You're saying
I don't think it is.
No, I'm
I
overruling.
don't think it is.
I'm going with Joe.
Thank you, thank you.
Seriously?
I completely
Yes,
agree
Joe.
with you.
All right. Amy, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Amy and I'm Joe's friend.
Let's go. Let's go. Back at A again. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
This is the sculpture that Joe... Oh, good Lord. This is the sculpture. Get ready for this. You will never, in your lifetime, witness a worse sculpture than this.
It's just...
Poor woman. Yes, Amy is Joe's miffed model. Thank you very much, Amy.
I thought it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it would be that bad. And that is it, guys. Well, we're back at it again, and we're back with a 1-for-1, which is very impressive. And yeah, so telling you guys what we're going to be reacting to going forward. It's going to be same stuff as before, Would I Lie to You? Taskmaster, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to again. There's going to be more general stuff, like more generic stuff, I'd say, stuff which is like more broad. Like you'll see what I mean by some of the stuff I upload. But thank you guys very much for being back with me. It means a lot, and I really hope you enjoyed. And this is first video of many to come in this short period of time coming up. Thanks very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.